For years, I covered the biggest football games in America. I walked the sidelines when the pressure was mounting and the stakes were the highest. That job taught me about more than football. It taught me about how leadership really works. When leaders are prepared and accountable, teams succeed. When they aren't, people pay the price. When I look at Minnesota and Washington today, I see politicians selling out honest, hardworking people like you. I see radical ideologies being forced into our schools and sports, putting young women and their teammates in danger. I see politicians undermining and attacking police officers. For too long, hardworking people have been ripped off by criminals, corporations, and career politicians. And the people doing everything right are the ones paying the biggest price. Well, I'm not going to stay on the sidelines any longer. Starting today, I'm running for the United States Senate.
Former NBC sideline reporter Michele Tafoya is throwing her hat in the ring to lose Minnesota.
I hear the same message everywhere I travel. Minnesotans are yearning for common sense leadership again. It's time for a political outsider and a reformer with a real plan for working families. I'll ask the tough questions and demand honest answers. Our campaign is bigger than right versus left. It's about competence over corruption. The pressure is mounting again, and the stakes could not be higher. It's time to bring our state together and look to the future with pride. If you're looking for new ideas, real results, and big change, I'm Michele Tafoya, and I'm ready to lead.
Ready to lead? Girl.
You've endured a lot of ridicule, frankly, for what you've said about vaccines and mask mandates. Why did you want to jump into this with both feet?
Well, I have a little history behind it. Mine goes way back, and I kind of had my eyes on this ball for a long time, and I've had a healthy distrust for what the vaccines are.
I'd like to see some law and orders. I've read what you referred to as the Don't Say Gay bill, and nowhere in that bill does it say don't say gay. So I think we're mislabeling that bill. I personally don't see any parts of history being banned from schools. I have not seen that. I don't see that.
She hosted Vaccine Skeptics.
Why are we even teaching that the color of the skin matters? Because to me, what matters is your character and your values.
Yes, but you live in the United States. You know that color of skin has been mattering to people.
Can't we
for
change
years.
it that it doesn't?
We need white people to step up and do that.
But I think that they've been doing that since the Civil War, and I'm not saying it's perfect.
No, they haven't.
What do you mean they haven't?
And could not acknowledge the day-to-day lives of many in this country.
Colin in black and white uses imagery that compares the NFL draft to the slave trade. And some people are outraged by this.
I've been covering the NFL for 25 years. Nobody forces these guys to play. They go into I thought that the way that it was introduced in the Colin Kaepernick thing I thought comparing it to the slave trade was a little rough. It did the trick. It got a lot of attention about this special.
What he says during that comparison is, what they don't want you to understand is what's being established is a power dynamic. Before they put you on the field, teams poke, prod, and examine you, searching for any defect that might affect your performance. No boundary respected, no dignity left intact. The majority of the owners of the NFL are white men. The majority of the players are black men. So there is that comparison that he makes to slave owners and slaves is not sort of totally unreasonable. And he loves the sport, but the white owners have prevented him from doing it. They've colluded and they have the power they have all the power to prevent him from doing the one thing that he loves.
If they believed he could win them a Super Bowl, he would be on a team right now.
Looney Tune stuff right here from Tafoya. When she launched her Senate bid, former ESPN, CNN, and MSNBC anchor Keith Olbermann tweeted, "Wow, you're as bad at this as you were at that." Let's also recall this. Her final broadcast was the Super Bowl. The next day, she announced that she was the co-chair for the campaign of Republican candidate for governor in Minnesota, Kendall Qualls, though he later dropped out. So, off to just a great start. From the Times, a California native Ms. Tafoya joins a fledgling Republican primary field in the race to succeed Senator Tina Smith, the retiring one-term Democratic incumbent. David Hahn, the former chair of the Minnesota Republican Party and former state senator, announced his candidacy. Also running, former NBA player turned Steve Bannon bootlicker Royce White. And he lost to Senator Amy Klobuchar in 2024, so he's deciding to run back his losing ways once more, along with Adam Schwarzy, a retired Navy SEAL. For what it's worth, Royce White is trying once again to gain as many votes as he possibly can through this one message that it appears, at least to some Republicans, to resonate. He featured a local news report where Tafoya wrote on her Substack prior to the 2024 election season that Donald Trump should not run once more for the presidency of the United States. The MAGA base is less than pleased, let me tell you. And let's just go over that piece she wrote. When you were defeated by Joe Biden in 2020, your politics went from messy to absolute mayhem. There's no question Biden has made an unmitigated disaster of the country. People want change, but not chaos. Chaos has worked for you. You've mastered the art of creating what I'll call constructive chaos. When you defeated Hillary Clinton, your disruptiveness was bold and welcome, but America is tired. We are tired of disorder. We want normalcy. We want unity. We want some peace and quiet. We want decency. Then she would add, you are still incredibly popular with millions and millions of people, many of whom want you in the picture, just not running again. We have a unique opportunity to elect someone without the baggage that you carry. In the words of George Washington, consider Mar-a-Lago your vine and fig tree, where you can spend the remainder of your days in peaceful retirement, making political pursuits yield to the more rational amusement of cultivating the earth, whatever that means to you. Embarrassingly, and I emphasize embarrassingly, she was caught in a lie. She would tweet in 2024 that she was fleeing Minnesota. In August 2025, she announced on Twitter she was fleeing Minnesota. So what happened, Michelle? How come you're not getting out of this hellhole state and going back to the hellhole state of California that you were born and raised? I think we know why. It's the dog whistling. It's her trying to say, yeah, I'm never coming back here. I'm leaving. Oh, my defense now actually is I need to stay and repair it. Then another lie. She posted twice about a flight attendant thanking her for her work. She did this then and, in essence, used it to promote her Substack page. My God, she has the grift down. In addition, some internet sleuths are asking questions about why her FEC filing lists Plymouth, Massachusetts. Fair questions indeed. So do I think that she will win the nominee? No. I think they're going to use that not even anti-Trump, but they'll view it as an anti-Trump article being written about the president who won with, according to the owner of Twitter, the help of Elon Musk. It's a bad look. And she will try to position herself as the moderate Republican, when really, if you have watched or had to listen and endure, which I have for research, any of her podcast episodes, it is mouth dribble, conspiracy theory, stupidity. If you can and are willing, please become a paid member here at TYT Sports. And or go to tyt.com/join. In addition, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate it. Have a great day.